Neil Peart was far more than just the legendary drummer of Rush. He was the heartbeat, the mind, and the philosophical soul behind one of rock's most cerebral and beloved bands. While Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson captivated crowds with vocals and guitar mastery, it was Neil who laid down the words, crafted the concepts, and grounded the music in rhythmic brilliance. Fans called him the Professor, not just for his unmatched technical skills, but because every beat he played carried meaning. His drumming wasn't just fast or complex, it was intentional, poetic, and deeply thoughtful. Each stroke of his sticks was like a sentence in a story, each fill a whisper of emotion. But beneath the steady rhythm and intellectual presence was a man silently carrying unimaginable grief. In 1997, Neil's world was devastated by back-to-back tragedies. His 19-year-old daughter, Selena, was killed in a single car accident while on her way to college. Just 10 months later, his wife Jackie died of cancer, though Neil believed it was heartbreak that truly claimed her. Within the span of one brutal year, he lost both his only child and his life partner. For most, that kind of loss would be paralyzing. For Neil, it was the beginning of a long, lonely road toward healing. He didn't speak out publicly. He didn't release a tribute song or appear on TV. Instead, he disappeared. Neil got on his BMW motorcycle and rode across North America and deep into Central America. Over 88,000 kilometers of highways, deserts, frozen roads, and forgotten towns. He didn't ride to escape the pain. He rode to face it, alone, breathing through the heartbreak, 1 mile at a time. His journey wasn't a tour. It was survival. Along the way, Neil kept journals, raw, unfiltered thoughts of a man unraveling and trying to rebuild himself. These reflections would eventually become Ghost Rider, Travels on the Healing Road, a haunting yet deeply human memoir that opened a window into the quiet grief of a man millions admired but few truly knew. Neil's journey wasn't about finding closure. It was about learning to live in the open wound. Healing, he discovered, doesn't arrive with applause. Sometimes it comes through silence, solitude, and motion. No entourage, no spotlight, just the road, a helmet, and the thrum of an engine beneath him. The man who once counted rhythms in odd time signatures now measured progress in sunrises and breath, in moments of unexpected kindness from strangers, in rediscovered fragments of himself along forgotten roads. Eventually, Neil returned, quietly, without spectacle. Rush came back together and recorded Vapor Trails, an album steeped in pain, healing, and raw emotion. Neil's drumming was just, as precise, but heavier, more vulnerable. Lyrics shed their fantasy and embraced the reality of loss, acceptance, and fragile rebirth. Tracks like Ghost Rider and One Little Victory weren't just songs, they were pieces of Neil's soul etched into vinyl. And fans, whether they realized it or not, could feel the shift. In time, Neil found love again. He remarried in 2000 and welcomed a second daughter in 2009. Life somehow rediscovered its rhythm. Yet he remained intensely private, never truly comfortable in the spotlight. While his bandmates greeted fans and soaked in the energy, Neil often exited unnoticed, slipping out the back door, not out of arrogance, but out of self-preservation. He famously wrote in Limelight, "I can't pretend a stranger is a long-awaited friend." A line that captured not only his discomfort with fame, but his deep desire for authenticity in a world obsessed with performance. As Rush's final tour came to an end in 2015, Neil didn't give a farewell speech. He simply played one last time, bowed, and walked off stage. It was classic Neil, humble, grounded, and quietly powerful. Then, in 2020, the world lost him for good. Neil Peart passed away from brain cancer at the age of 67, and though millions mourned the drummer, many never fully grasped the profound spirit we had truly lost. Not just a percussionist, but a philosopher, a seeker, and a survivor. Neil Peart didn't chase fame. He pursued truth. He didn't grieve in headlines. He grieved on highways, in journals, and in the slow rhythm of healing. He taught us that the strongest thing a person can do after devastation is to keep moving forward. That even in silence, even in pain, life can find a pulse again. He was the professor, the poet, the warrior of resilience who reminded us all how to begin again, no matter how broken we may feel. Thanks for riding through this journey with us here at Starloop News. If Neil's story moved you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, Ring the bell for more powerful stories, and don't forget to like and share to keep his legacy alive. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired.